Karma explained what the ancient texts were actually pointing to. Across centuries, Indian philosophical traditions have explored the idea of karma with remarkable depth, not as a superstition, fear, or blind faith, but as a thoughtful framework for understanding how our actions shape our experiences over time. Welcome to Arvam, where we bring ancient insights into a modern perspective. Almost everyone uses the word karma. We say things like karma will catch up, that's karma, or what goes around comes around. But when we slow down and ask what karma actually means, most explanations collapse very quickly. Is karma fate? Is it moral justice? Is it reward and punishment? Or is it something else entirely? This video is not about promoting a religion, it is about intellectually understanding a concept that has been simplified, diluted, and often misunderstood. What the word karma actually means. The word karma comes from the Sanskrit root kri, which simply means to act. That is the original meaning. Karma does not initially mean good action or bad action. It does not mean sin or virtue. It just means action. In the earliest layers of the Vedas, karma referred to ritual action. Later, especially in the philosophical texts known as the Upanishads, the meaning expanded. Action was no longer limited to what you do with your hand. It included speech, intention, thought, and choice. The central idea that emerged was simple but unsettling. Every action leaves an imprint, not a mystical imprint, but a psychological, behavioral, and an existential one. Actions condition tendencies, tendencies influence future decisions, decisions shape experience. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad states this with striking clarity. The translation says, as a person acts, so does he become. One becomes virtuous through virtuous action and harmful through harmful action. Notice what this says. It does not say a person is rewarded or punished. It says a person becomes something. Karma is not primarily about what happens to you. It is about what you are becoming through what you do. Why karma is not reward and punishment? One of the most common errors is turning karma into a moral courtroom. Good people should be rewarded, bad people should be punished. This idea feels emotionally satisfying, but it is not how karma is described in the texts. Karma is presented as impersonal. There is no judge, there is no emotional reaction, and there is no preference. It functions more like a law of consequence. Fire burns whether you believe in it or not. Gravity pulls whether you agree with it or not. In the same way, actions produce consequences because of their nature, not because someone decided they should. The Bhagavad Gita acknowledges this complexity directly. The path of action is subtle and difficult to understand. Why is it difficult? Because consequences are not always immediate. They are not always visible, and they are not always confined to one lifetime. Why do some bad people appear to succeed while some good ones appear to struggle? Through the lens of karma, this question invites us to reflect on a deeper, long-term relationship between actions, consequences, and the timing of life's outcomes. At times, we see individuals who live with care and integrity face illness, loss, or unexpected struggles. Meanwhile, others, whose actions may not always reflect the same values, seem to live in comfort, recognition, or success. If karma is real, how does this make sense? The answer given in Indian philosophy is time. Karma does not operate only within one lifespan. It operates across continuity. To explain this, the tradition describes three kinds of karma. Sanchita karma is the accumulated store of past actions. Think of it as everything carried forward, most of it unseen. Prarabdha karma is the portion of that accumulation that is active now. It shapes the basic framework of your present life: body, family, environment, tendencies, etc. Agami or Kriyamana karma is what you are creating right now through present choices. This framework clarifies something important. What you observe in a person's life today is not a moral verdict on their current behavior. It is the unfolding of causes set in motion earlier. This is not injustice, it is delayed consequence. A seed does not sprout the moment it is planted. Some seeds take years, some require specific conditions, some remain dormant until the environment changes. Karma works the same way. Does this mean life is fixed? No. This is where karma is often confused with fate. Past action shapes conditions. It does not erase choice. You may not choose the hand you are dealt, but you choose how you play it. The Mahabharata, especially the Anushasana Parva, repeatedly emphasizes effort, responsibility, and response. If karma removed free will, transformation would be impossible. Learning would be meaningless. Growth would collapse. The fact that change is possible is proof that karma is not a prison. It is a structure. Action without attachment. One of the most practical insights comes from the Bhagavad Gita's treatment of action. Krishna does not tell Arjuna to withdraw from life. He does not tell him to stop acting. He tells him to change his relationship with action. You have a right to action, but not to the fruits of the action. This is often misunderstood as indifference. It is not. It refers to removing psychological dependence on outcome. When action is driven by obsession with results, ego strengthens, anxiety increases, and repetition deepens. When action is performed with clarity, responsibility, and without clinging, the imprint weakens. This is what Karma Yoga points to. Not moral superiority, not withdrawal from life, but freedom from compulsive reaction. Is karma unique to one tradition? No. Buddhism, Jain philosophy, and Sikh thought all discuss karma. Other cultures describe similar ideas using different language. What the Indian tradition offers is not exclusivity, but detail. It maps action, consequence, rebirth, and liberation with unusual precision. That does not make it propaganda. It makes it philosophical system. You can study psychology without worshipping Freud. You can study karma without subscribing to an identity. Can karma be changed or ended? According to these texts, yes. Not through fear, not through bargaining, not through guilt. Karma weakens when awareness increases. When actions stop arising from compulsion, ego, and unconscious habit, their imprint fades. Different texts describe this differently. Some say knowledge dissolves karma, some say devotion dissolves karma, some say selfless action dissolves karma. The underlying principle is the same: less identification, less accumulation. When action is no longer driven by the idea of me and mine, it stops binding. Why this understanding matters? When karma is misunderstood, it becomes dangerous. People blame victims. People justify cruelty. People surrender responsibility. When karma is understood clearly, the opposite happens. When you stop asking why life is unfair, and when you start asking how to respond with clarity, you stop outsourcing responsibility to fate. You stop seeing yourself as powerless. Karma does not promise comfort. It insists on responsibility. And that is a very different message. Karma is not a threat. It is not comfort. It is not belief. It is a way of understanding how actions shape experiences over time. You do not need to accept it blindly. You only need to observe carefully. And when you do, action changes naturally. The change is the point.